My name is Walt Thomas. I serve as one of the elders here in the DFW Church, and I have an opportunity to share with you a thought about Galatians 2:10. And it reads, "Only they asked us to remember the poor, the very thing I was eager to do." It's great to see Paul and Peter and the apostles agree on serving the poor. It was definitely here in the scriptures before that Paul was to minister to the Gentiles, and Peter and the apostles were there in Jerusalem to minister to the Jews. And those two ministries overlapped, and that overlap was the poor, and not to forget that ministry. For me, to think about the poor in my ministry, about 11 years ago, I was in a place that I wasn't particularly bad or good, just in a very mediocre place in my relationship with God and my relationship with the brothers and sisters. And Jason Lugo asked me to be part of the Monterey missions team that was going to Monterey to build houses for the poor. And I agreed to go, and there was about 18 of us, I believe, that went from the DFW Church, went down to Monterey, Mexico, and we built two houses for two of the sisters in the church. And it's not in a glamorous part of town. It definitely was on the lower end economically. And we were building these houses out of bricks and stone and concrete. And we got ourselves knee deep in making and mixing the concrete and pouring the walls and floors. It was definitely a time for me to remember to the poor, remember the mission, and remember what Jesus did for the poor. Just always serving, always looking out for their needs. And it helped me reset my mindset in some ways back to what's important, and that's a cross, that's people, that's relationships, and it helped me soften my heart. And from there, I definitely wanted to do more for the poor, and I came back to Dallas and got involved with Saturday Academy and the Hope Worldwide programs here. And that just continued to soften my heart to be more like Jesus. Serving is a great way to just get me going and not to look at myself and my petty problems. But when I'm out and serving, especially the poor and those in need in the church, it's so good for my heart. So this scripture here, only they asked us to remember the poor, the very thing I was eager to do. I'm eager. I'm eager to serve the poor, and I take heart to what Paul is saying here in this letter about the poor, our ministry, and loving others. Thank you.